Yesterday, the Angels came to town and continued their hot streak. The Halos offense is rolling behind RBI machine Albert Pujols. The Angels rattled off 10 runs on 14 hits, taking game 1 of the series as they have won 6 of their past 7 games. Quietly, Chris Davis has become one of the most feared hitters in the American League. His 35 home runs and 86 RBIs leads the team. With a solid September, Davis can put up numbers that the green and gold faithful haven't seen in nearly 10 years. Davis and the A's take on the Angels. Game 2 is next. Tuesday night baseball from the Coliseum. A wild game yesterday. We'll see what happens tonight. Pitching matchup, the veteran Ricky Nolasco for the Angels and the right-hander Zach Neal for the Athletics. Game 2 of the series. It's the A's and the Angels coming up on CSN California. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, certainly Chris Davis has been fun to watch this year. He did not hit his first home run until April 21st, Ray. That was the 16th game for the A's. I would say he's made up for lost time.
Yeah, 3 in the month of April after that first one that you mentioned. But yes, what he has done, especially since the All-Star break, this was the walk-off on Sunday against the Red Sox. Unearned run because Brock Holt made a mistake, but Danny Valencia is scoring from first base. The A's winning 1-0. But how about this shot from yesterday? After that walk-off on Sunday, yesterday, this shot down the right field line, a bullet. He's running maybe for double. It went into the seats. His power from line to line is unbelievable. Again, what he's done since the All-Star break, I mean, phenomenal numbers. Right-handed power hitting, something that you always want.
All right, pitching matchup again. Zach Neal making a spot start for the A's against the veteran Ricky Nolasco, who's making his 7 starts since coming over in the trade from the Twins.
Well, it is a matchup of really a veteran on the right side. That is Nolasco. He's with the Minnesota Twins. The A's faced him on July the 4th, then saw him on August the 4th as a member of the Angels. For Zach Neal, back and forth between the bullpen and the rotation. He gets the start tonight. Ross Detweiler was used out of the bullpen yesterday, so for Zach Neal, he's ready. He threw about 85 pitches in his last relief appearance, so he's really right on turn.
All right, so the Angels have won 10 out of 12. The A's have lost 6 out of 7, so the A's will try to get something going tonight and then the day game tomorrow. We'll have lineups and first pitch when we come back to the Coliseum. It's the A's and the Angels tonight coming up on CSN California, so stick around.
A's Baseball on CSN California is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Taste the all-new Jack's Brewhouse Bacon Burger today at Jack in the Box. Limited time only at participating restaurants. By Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places. And by America's Tire. Your low-price journey starts here.
So the A's and Stephen Vogt are ready to go, trying to even up this series at a game apiece against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Game time weather presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. 74 degrees, so a little warmer tonight. In fact, a little bit warmer all around the Bay Area. It's supposed to stay that way for a couple days at least. So a very nice night here at the Coliseum. Here's the lineup for an Angels team that's playing very well right now. It starts with Cole Calhoun in right, then Mike Trout in center. Albert Pujols is the DH. Crone, Simmons, Cowart, and then Ortega, Perez, and Pennington.
And it will be right-hander Zach Neal on the mound tonight for the Athletics. And I mentioned Ross Detweiler, but he pitched in the game yesterday out of the bullpen. So Zach Neal, who pitched against the Red Sox out of the bullpen, gets the spot start tonight. He has gone back and forth and trying to pick up his first win against the Angels. A couple of appearances out of the bullpen. So we wish Zach Neal well because he's done a good job both as a starter and a reliever.
So Neal is ready, and the first pitch of the ball game to Cole Calhoun is just a touch outside. Calhoun at 270 with 16 home runs and 65 RBIs. Had a big ball game yesterday, couple of hits, a homer, and a double. He also walked, so he was on base 3 times. Bounces this one with the shift on. That's Joey Wendell out in shallow right field. So that's out number 1. Let's look at the rest of the defense. So it's Davis, Smolinski, and Valencia in the outfield. Healy, Simeon, Wendell, Alonso in the infield. And Stephen Vogt is your catcher. Umpires, Ryan Blackney, DJ Rayburn, Bill Welke, and Vic Carapazza. That is Bill Welke. He's the crew chief at second base. First pitch to Trout is a swing and a miss. Trout at 325. Terrific numbers for Mike Trout. Trout had 3 hits yesterday, scored a couple runs. So the 325 batting average for Mike Trout, second best in the league. Jose Altuve still with a very sizable lead.
Well, this time of the year, you don't get to raise your batting average that much unless you go off like maybe Dustin Pedroia, 11 for 11.
Yeah, you'd have to, and even that wouldn't get it done.
Yeah, there's how about bringing him up? That's a pretty good pitch. On the corner, it's got to be called a strike. Mike Trout's a great player, but still have to call a strike.
And he gets him swinging anyways, and that is a strikeout. So 2 outs here in the first.
Time now for the Nissan keys to the game for Zach Neal. Go deeper. Starting pitchers have been going a little bit short lately and trying to get somebody to go a little bit deeper, and young players gaining experience, and we're going to show you something a little bit later regarding that, as the young players getting a lot of experience playing for the Athletics, especially in the final month of September. Something happened in yesterday's game that probably defines that completely, that we'll show in a bit.
Pujols with a broken bat, a little flip job, and that will fall for a hit. So Albert Pujols goes after the first pitch, and he has a 2-out single.
A pretty good pitch, a little cut fastball off the end of the bat of the powerful Albert Pujols. You have to respect his power and play deep, and that went off the end of the bat. No chance for Valencia to get to it, but Albert Pujols, such a strong upper body hitter that regardless of foot problems, and he's got plantar fasciitis and still playing through it. But as we talked yesterday, Cap, he is so strong in the upper body that all he needs to do is just get the foot planted, and the rest will do the job.
There's the cleanup hitter, C.J. Cron. 290 with 15 home runs, 61 RBIs. Cron had a couple of hits yesterday. Angels had 14 hits with their 10 runs yesterday.
That's a good sinker. Great sinker down and in to C.J. Cron. So get the slider going away from the right-hander. The sinker down and in. Great combination for Zach Neal.
And he did it again. So Neal has good first inning, gives up the hit, but a couple of strikeouts and nothing for the Angels as the A's come to bat against Ricky Nolasco. First, and a quick look at their lineup as Smolinski, Vogt, Valencia, Davis, Alonso, Butler, Simeon, Healy, Wendo. Keep an eye on Danny Valencia.
And the veteran right-hander Ricky Nolasco, as we talked about in our open, how he was acquired from the Minnesota Twins, so combined between the Twins and the Angels, making his 28th start overall. Faced the Athletics on the 4th of July at the Target Field, Twin Cities, and also on August the 4th.
Defensive, the Angels have Ortega, Trout, Calhoun in the outfield, Coward, Simmons, Pennington, Cron on the infield. Carlos Perez is catching tonight. So the veteran Ricky Nolasco stands tall on the rubber, facing Smolinski here, leading off the bottom of the first. Smolinski at 261. 7 home runs. Hard breaking ball from Nolasco, and he's one of those guys that he's got a pretty good curveball and he likes to throw it.
Well, he will not give in and throw fastballs in fastball counts. That's always a key for a good pitcher. He's willing to do that. That's a good fastball that tails from the outside, and he will throw everything. A couple of different fastballs, 2 and 4 seam, plus a slider curveball and a splitter. A pitch that it's got to go on by the wayside a little bit.
And a breaking ball way outside. Smolinski chased it. That's out number 1.
Maybe saw one good pitch to hit. That was a fastball that he took, and then this breaking ball out of the strike zone. Blocked by Perez on the 2-strike pitch.
Expo brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. So with 1 out here, Stephen Vogt. Pitch to Vogt, right in there, first strike from Nolasco. Vogt at 260 with 11 home runs. 0 for 5 yesterday, so could not get into the offense. He was plenty of it yesterday. A's had 7 runs on 11 hits, 7 extra base hits. Nothing for Vogt.
He's happy tonight, Cat, because he's catching. I mean, that you have to be a special hitter to be a DH. And if you're accustomed to catching, wrong guy to hit it to.
Trout grabs it. So 2 away here in the first. Get the shin guards back on.
Yep, your pitch a shutout.
Batting in the third position,
with 2 outs, here's
right
Valencia.
fielder, number 26.
And we talked yesterday, Cap, about Albert Pujols, or players who love to play in Southern California and with the weather great in California. How about Ricky Nolasco? He goes from the Twin Cities, where now it's outdoor stadium, no Metrodome, to playing in Anaheim. It's quite a difference in temperatures for the veteran right-hander. With the injuries to the Angels pitching staff this year, he may find a home depending on what happens in the future. If C.J. Wilson's going to come back at all, he's been out all year.
This Corona, California.
Nothing wrong with having a veteran on your staff. They get some of their injured players back, especially Garrett Richards. That could help them tremendously in the future.
Nolasco has a contract for next year, so more than likely he'll be with the Angels. Got a career record of 105 and 101. Two and 2 to Danny Valencia. Valencia had 3 hits yesterday. Home run, double. Couple of runs scored, couple of RBIs. And now full count.
Oh, this was on the August the 4th. Oh, yesterday, I'm sorry. He's at a bomb. He hit one against Nolasco also. But this was yesterday up on the steps, left field.
Broken bat, little soft line drive right back to Nolasco. Side retired, so we're scoreless after 1 from the Coliseum. Pre-game ceremony. It's Cal night at the ballpark, and the Olympic medalists from Cal swimmers Tom Shields, Nathan Adrian, Ryan Murphy, and gymnast Tony Ann Williams. Check this out. Nice. Doesn't matter where the baseball was thrown. So the A's honoring the Olympians from the University of California. And there is a whole bunch of them.
Is Chris Smith an Olympian?
He is tonight.
Right in the middle of them. That's good.
So that group going to sit back and enjoy the ball game. Heard the Cal band playing just a little while ago down the left field line. So a nice night, honoring those youngsters who represented our country and the University of California quite well.
Well, you know, Bob Melvin was beaming.
Yeah.
Marcus Semien, a couple of guys from Cal. Bob Melvin is a fixture at Cal games during the offseason. Whether it be at football, down on the field, or courtside, the basketball games. Marcus also a big Warriors fan as well as a Cal fan.
2 pitch fouled straight back. Andrelton Simmons at 280 with a homer and 32 RBIs. Will be followed by Cowart and Ortega here in the second inning. Zach Neal had a couple of strikeouts in the first. Backhanded nicely by Wendell, straightens up, throws, and he gets up. Second baseman there, you can get up and throw over the top. That helps, and that's what he was able to do.
Not a strong arm, and that definitely helps here with the fact that he's able to go to his right and right over the top. And you know, second baseman can make it a couple of different types of throws, but if you want the strongest, you come right over the top with the four-seam grip. Get a lot on the throw. Turn it a double play, may come a little bit more sidearm.
There's Caleb Cowart. More action for Joey Wendell. It's a nice pick on that play. 2 outs.
Well, you like to see the range, so in back-to-back plays, back-to-back pitches, got to see Joey Wendell go to his right, come up with a strong throw over the top, and to his left, and just a little soft toss to Yonder Alonso.
Ortega.
And that's a nice little toss to him, so getting both extremes. Cap, I always thinking about you when I see that kind of a little soft toss to the quarterback.
Why do you think about me?
Yeah, because you like football.
Yeah.
You kind of right over the middle with the you know, little soft toss. I mean, that's, you can air it out, throw it 80 yards, but then a little soft right over the middle. You know?
That's true. A little touch.
Yeah.
First pitch to Rafael Ortega in first strike. Ortega playing left field. He came in for defense in yesterday's game. Ortega overall 222 with a home run. And 135 at bats this year. Wendell charges, gets a good hop, straightens up, throws to first. So Joey Wendell takes care of the Angels in the top of the second. Bottom of the second coming up. CSN California is brought to you by AAA. Get a free A stadium blanket with any new AAA membership. Visit a participating AAA branch today. Restrictions apply. Bottom of the second, no scores. The sun sets here in the Bay Area. Nice warm night. What do you think the chances are to be able to pull those phones out of those young ladies' hands? Like, just if you just took them, they would fight you for them.
Probably 0.
Wow. I'll give you $100 if you give me your phone for 2 hours. Nope. Nope, that's not a good deal for me.
You mean my lifeline? There's no way.
1-1 the count to Chris Davis. Followed by Alonso and Butler here in the second inning. Low strike. Didn't have to be. So the count 1-2. Tap toward third where Coward grabs it. Out number 1. It was an interesting trade for the Angels when they acquired Ricky Nolasco. They gave a pretty good pitcher in Hector Santiago.
Batting in the 5th position.
But
first
a lot
baseman,
more to it. I think the guy the Angels really wanted is pitching tomorrow. He's a big, tall right-hander named Alex Meyer, who at one point was a very high prospect for the Twins and some injuries. But he's still very, very highly thought of. And so Santiago, good left-hander, went to the Twins. And I think the Angels said, you know what? We want Meyer. Yeah. And if we have to, all right, we'll take Nolasco. And Nolasco, he's still a quality starter. But the guy they really wanted is Meyer, and he's going to pitch tomorrow for the Angels. Simmons has it, and Simmons flips it across. Alonso is out. And Nolasco has pretty significant contract again for next year. That was part of it. Yeah. You got to take it. Well, and Santiago, same thing. Santiago, I think, has one more year of arbitration.
Well, the thing too, as we mentioned yesterday, also that Angels probably going to lop off about $50 million in payroll, and they're right at the threshold, 189. Something the Angels really have never exceeded that because there's a penalty if you go over the 189. But if you knock off some money, then they're going to have some money to spend for free agents. Or in the case of Nolasco, handle his contract and hope to get some healthy players back.
Angels payroll this year $137 million. That's 13th out of the 30 teams. Pretty good chunk of that goes to that young man, and money well spent.
Might as well sign him to a lifetime contract.
I agree.
Jared Weaver in the middle, who pitched yesterday just 4 innings. He got hit on the backside.
I wonder if that didn't affect him. He just didn't look comfortable after that.
Well, don't know for sure, but I might have to think this is what happened to Jared Weaver, where the ball was hit by Valencia on his backside. He did pick it up and make the throw, but as he followed through it, got him on the right cheek and made the flip, but went down to his knees. Rick Smith, the longtime trainer, talking to him.
Right there, strike 3 called. So a couple of groundouts and a strikeout for Nolasco, and we're scoreless after 2. Brought to you by T-Mobile. Most starting pitchers used since 2010. Athletics second with 47. Dodgers the most. A bit of a surprise. 47 since 2010. 13 this year, I believe, right? Cotton will be 14 tomorrow.
Exactly.
Daniel Mignon. Major League debut this year. Wendell backhands. Throws in time. Broken back by Carlos Perez.
It's unbelievable. It's 4 in a row. Put on a clinic, Joey.
We had the first one as well, Calhoun.
Broken bat and to his right again, and a little bit quicker release because the ball was hit off the end of the bat on the broken bat. So a nice backhand, making Ron Washington very proud. So you're right, Kai. 5 ground ball outs, all 5 recorded by Joey Wendell.
So here's Cliff Pennington. Pennington at 203 with 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. And he rips one towards center. Smolinski's there, and he's got it. Smolinski makes the catch.
See, that was the Joey Wendell, but just over his head.
That's right.
Yeah. Struck nicely by Cliff Pennington. Pennington might have been one of the reasons Johnny Giovatello was
now batting number
sent packing, but he didn't accept the AAA. But Cliff Pennington, a 2-year contract.
So here is the leadoff man, Cole Calhoun. And the shift on for Calhoun.
Second time through the order. First pitch, changeup, called by Stephen Vogt.
Neal rolling that ball around in the glove.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good pitch, keeping it down.
So Calhoun yesterday, and this was early off Alcantara, and it was gone quickly. Off-speed pitch and over the out-of-town scoreboard. Nice to see him settle down after facing 9 batters in the first inning yesterday.
Just a little bit outside, 91 miles an hour with some movement. Vogt sets up inside. It is inside, down and in. 2-2 the count.
It's interesting. Stephen Vogt, and catchers will do it. You can see their eyes looking at the hitter's eyes or hitter's face, if he's picking back as he gives the sign. But it's something that just catcher just naturally does, just in case there's certain hitters that you think might be. He knows he doesn't, so he said, forget about it. I won't even look at it.
Simeon moves to his left. So another 3 up, 3 down inning for Zach Neal. He's retired 7 in a row. Bottom of the 3rd coming up.
Family Day this Saturday, September the 10th. This popular post-game event features A's players sharing their testimonials, as well as a performance by Donnie Moore and the Radical Reality team. For more information, go to athletics.com/faith. Donnie was saying that Nelson Cruz of the Mariners will be there. There'll be a lot of the A's players. Started out about 300, and it's gone up to 2,000 to 3,000 and keeps growing. After the game on Saturday, you have a chance to be above the A's dugout and watch that special event. I can't break bricks. I can't tear a license plate in half or fold up a frying pan.
Sure you can.
Donnie Moore can. His group can. And those are pretty special feats that they can do.
I did the frying pan thing once, but the telephone book.
Phil Garner, while we were in Houston, was holding court talking about Steve Sparks, who went into Donnie Moore's one time and went back and said, I could take this yellow pages and tear it. Went on the disabled list. Bad shoulder.
That boy Sparky.
Sparky sitting there, standing there, smiling, said, "Yeah, I tried it." And you know, you get so motivated, you think you could do anything, but sometimes it's better not to do it.
Position, third baseman, number 48, Ryan Healy.
So 1 away, 7 up, 7 down so far for Ricky Nolasco as he faces Ryan Healy. Healy hitting in the 8th spot.
Nice. You can look at the picture and let's see the out-of-town scoreboard at the same time. See all the scores. What's happening around baseball.
First week of September with a lot going on.
Houston beat Cleveland in Cleveland.
AL East is interesting. AL wild card interesting. A little bit outside, 1-1. It's the wild card. Orioles have 1. Astros have 1. Yankees have 1. The Yankees beat the Blue Jays again, 7-6. There's a shot towards center. Trout coming in. He was shaded a little bit toward left center, and that helped him out, and he makes the catch.
Shows you right there the ability of Ryan Healy to hit a hanging curveball in general on this. But mentioned Darren Bush said he just recognizes the pitch and setting fastball, recognizes a good curveball, and a very good swing happened to be just a line drive right out. Very good center fielder, but stayed back. Big, powerful swing on the curveball, and just happened to be right to Mike Trout. See why the young man's going to hit a lot of home runs. Nearly 6 home runs in a limited time this year. You recognize the curveball and hit a curveball, you're going to hit a lot of home runs.
Pitch to Joey Wendell in first strike. Joey Wendell, 2 hits and 11 at bats. No doubt enjoying his first taste of the big leagues. He'll be here for the whole month of September. Simmons out, Ortega in. It'll be Ortega. And that'll do it. 9 up, 9 down so far for Ricky Nolasco. And we're on to the 4th inning. No score. brought to you by Bank of America. Life's better when we're connected. As always, food looks pretty darn good. Load it up. There's the Cal band hanging out. We're used to being at Memorial Stadium. So here's Trout. Trout, Pujols, and Cron in the fourth. No score. Missed a touch high. Trout struck out in the first. Trout against the A's this year. He's 24 for 56. With 4 home runs. So he's been tough on the Athletics. Tough on everybody.
And he's still very young. That's the amazing thing. And how much better and great he's going to be.
Yeah, just a youngster, right? Unbelievable. You feel like he's been around for 7-8 years. Turned 25 years old on August 7th. Since 2012, there's your home run leaders. Trout is 5th. Again, that's since 2012. And that was his first full year. Remember, he came up in 2011. He played in 40 games in 2011.
Some
he didn't hit a lot, but you could tell it was going to be pretty good. He hit 220 that year, but you could tell.
Now batting, number 5, Albert Pujols.
Well, he knows the strike zone. He took off to first base almost before Stephen Vogt caught the ball. And of course, you would think MVP, all the great things that he has done at such a young age, that he knows the strike zone. And he gets it first. He's a threat to steal. Tremendous speed, scoring an extra base hit on first base, and scored a lot of runs this year.
First pitch to Pujols in for a strike. Albert Pujols this year against the A's is 18 for 60 with 3 home runs. He's knocked in 13. Neal tries to run that one in again. 1-1 the count. Pujols, if you could say a slow start, and he did get off to a slow start this year, Ray, but you're just not going to keep him down. I mean, at some point you're going to get enough opportunities with him and he's going to start doing some damage.
Well, he reminded me, he said, remember 2 years ago, he said, I had the plantar fasciitis. He had to leave the game when he's running to first base, shut it down, and still having similar problems. But he said, I'm going to play through it. And as we have seen, he's a powerful young man and really does not need a lot of his lower body, especially his feet. Ideally, get him to hit the ball on the ground, get him to pull the ball. And right now, the scary thing about this situation with the right side open, playing him to pull, he will shoot a ball to right field. He'll take this shot to right field, and of course, if he gets a base hit, that means Trout's going to be at third, first and third, nobody out. Ideally, try to get him to roll over and pull the ball to one of the A's infielders.
And that one is hit hard but fouling. This is the hot stretch for Pujols. In the first 47 games, he was hitting just .218 with 31 RBIs, but the last 86 games, 79 RBIs. Boy, 79 RBIs in 86 games. That's a lot. And that's why he has 110 RBIs on the year. missed outside. Got to keep an eye on Trout as well, Ray. We found out yesterday he will steal a bag in these spots.
And at one time he would not steal because of Albert Pujols, who thought of being thrown out, but you don't throw him out that often. Yesterday, Maxwell actually probably could have and maybe should have thrown him out, but that did not happen. It was a first and third situation.
Base hit left field, a line shot. Davis backs up on it. Trout will stop at second.
Well, what we were talking about a little bit earlier, first and third with Detweiler pitching to Mike Trout. Check the lower left screen
now batting
with Calhoun. As the throw goes to second base, Calhoun fakes to go home. Wendell came in and took the throw in front of the bag. Calhoun, and that was a pre-planned play. Talked to Ron Washington. He said when he saw Wendell saw Calhoun break, that he came in front of the bag. Wash said, no, you stay on the bag. You can see him if he takes off. But Trout stole second, really maybe try to stay out of the double play. But at the same time, Calhoun broke down from third base. That forced Wendell to come in and, of course, allowed Trout to be safe at second base. So there's your learning experience of one of our Nissan keys of the game. That's a learning experience that Joey Wendell learned, as Ron Washington told him, and as he got a chance to see firsthand when he came in front of the bag. In the future, he'll probably stay right on the bag.
So the fact that it's a planned play is probably the most interesting part of it. So just a little break, and the Angels are hoping the second baseman just takes a step toward home plate, and that will make it a little easier for Trout to get into second base.
And if Wendell stays on the bag,
there goes Trout, and nobody covered.
Yeah, now another learning experience.
Yeah. And Healy, listen, he's in a tough spot, but at some point you got to get over there and cover, I would imagine.
Well, and it's got to be, it's got to be throw to third, and he's playing back. And fortunately, I mean, Stephen Vogt threw, and that's what you should do as a catcher. You throw, that's supposed to be at the bag. He threw to the bag, and unfortunately, if the ball goes in left field, somebody's going to get an error. You would hope it would not be the catcher, because essentially third baseman didn't cover, and that's, but no, I mean, it's not your bad. I mean, maybe he's thinking I shouldn't have thrown when nobody was there, but should have. And that's the same way at second base. So, stolen base, somebody's supposed to be at the bag, and as a catcher, you're taught to throw to the bag. But in this case, Pujols is not going to be. It's not going to be double steal. He's not going to be running. So it's strictly on Trout going to third himself. Now instead of first and second, a possible double play. Hayes will play for two, but it costs him a run. That will help.
Pitch, indeed, a big strikeout by C.J. Cron. Cron struck out twice.
Good breaking ball, chase slider away out of the strike zone, and for Cron, after the stolen base by Trout, just putting the ball in play, even a double play would have netted a run for the Angels, but this is a big strikeout. Now, if it gets Simmons to hit a ground ball, Hayes could get out of the inning.
I want to ask you one more question about that planned play you've been talking about. So, do you think it's specifically the Angels saying, hey, this is a rookie second baseman. He's been here for a week. Let's try this. I mean, are they going to do that with Robinson Cano? Probably not.
Probably not, but they could. They could just in case.
And that one is hit over the head of a leaping Alonso down the right field line for a hit. Trout will score. Pujols headed for third, and Simmons into second, and he's got an RBI double, and the Angels have a 1-0 lead.
That's pretty good hitting by Simmons to stay out of a double play by hitting the ball to the right side. So the leadoff walk to Trout. This is an inside-out swing, and for Simmons, that's a pretty good job of hitting, letting the ball travel to him and then hit the ball to right field. Alonso could not jump high enough to catch the ball, and it's an easy double for him with Pujols going to third. That's a lot of hits to right field.
We've seen it with him this year. It's big hits against the A's. So the infield comes in. And this is Caleb Cowart. Cowart is a switch hitter. So Pujols at third, Simmons at second.
Well, the fact that Zach Neal 4 consecutive ground outs to Wendell at second base from the second into the third, and that's of course also a ground out by Calhoun. You're hoping for a ground ball here, and especially Pujols, the right side, playing a little about halfway because Pujols is not that fleet of foot. However, he was going on contact as soon as the ball was hit by Cowart.
Toward Chris Davis, toward the line. Pujols tags. Is Pujols going to go? Yes, he is. Here comes Davis's throw to the plate. It's cut off, and the tag. And did they get him in time?
They're saying yes.
They're saying the run scored. It was very close. Pujols has to cross home plate before the tag was made on the base pass, and it was very close. But the home plate umpire, Ryan Blakeney, said he did. And the umpires are talking about it, and so is Mark Kotze, Bob Melvin, and Adam Roden.
It's a three-lap race between a green, a gold, and a white knot.
They're not going to do it, and it's a run for the Angels, and they lead 2-0. Albert Pujols just did get in ahead of that tag that was placed on the base runner. That was Simmons.
And really not a smart play on Simmons' part. I mean, there's no reason to try to draw a throw if you know the scouting report. And the fact that he almost ran into an out, we have seen it. Remember one game in Boston where I tried to score and the guy was coming, they just tagged him, the guy didn't score. Or the runner from second to third. But you know, if you have a scouting report, which they do, Simmons could start, and if the ball gets by the cutoff man, that's one thing. But right to Healy, and Healy made a smart play, just could not tag Simmons quickly enough to avoid having run score. Or Simeon.
2-1 to Smolinski. Yeah, I think that the idea is a decent idea, but you can't let yourself get tagged that close to the play at the plate.
Exactly. Especially with someone like Pujols running, who is not fleet of foot anyway.
Up the middle, but the Angels have a man there. It's Pennington. And one out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Well, the throw back in and making the catch with Healy at third. Hurry up and go for him. I just wondered at that point if Marcus, as Simmons was backing up, Marcus was going after him. And I just wondered if he was thinking about it was going to be that close of a play, because you know he probably could have gone at him a little bit harder.
Yeah, and he may not see it. Simmons may see it.
Right. Exactly.
Simmons, I mean, just the way they're facing, Simmons is going to be able to kind of see Pujols.
Yeah, it's a great point, because he could see that there was going to be a close play, and he started backpedaling quickly. And you know, had Marcus known, and I just question if he really knew that there was going to be that close of a play between Pujols scoring and tagging him out.
Let's watch it. I mean, you can see where Simeon's not looking that way. See, Simmons glances. See, he knows.
Yeah, you're right. Great point. Yeah, he's looking, and all the while, Marcus, and if he had sprinted after him, he got to look back, and
would have been closer.
Yeah. And I just wonder, and again, with Healy at third, could he have yelled something that, you know, I don't know. It could be kind of a signal or something that hurry up and try to tag him. But, you know, it's one of those, if your back's to the plate, you don't really know. After the fact, yes.
2 away for Danny Valencia, who hit a broken bat line drive right back to Nolasco. That was in the first inning. Outside corner, 1-1. So Nolasco sharp so far. He's retired the first 11. Couple of strikeouts. That's a good pitch. Right on the outside corner. Valencia not happy with the call. Last start, he beat the Reds. A complete game. 4-hitter. So coming off a terrific start, Ricky Nolasco. For Nolasco, this is his 7th start with the Angels. And that win over the Reds was his only win so far.
Yeah, they actually had a 4-1 lead against the A's at Angel Stadium, and the A's ended up coming back and tying with 6 innings left with a tie of 5-5. A's won that game in 10 innings.
Two. Nolasco is ready. Perez sets up outside, and he got him with a breaking ball. So Valencia strikes out, and 12 in a row retired by Ricky Nolasco. 5th inning coming up. Angels 2, A's nothing.
Heritage Night presented by Cache Creek Casino Resort this Friday, September the 9th. Fans that purchase a special ticket will receive not the band playing, but they'll get an exclusive A's Filipino Heritage Night hat. And for tickets and more information, visit athletics.com/Filipino today. You know, the PA system does not need anything more than Dick Callahan because the band is there. Let the band play on. And they're doing a good job playing.
They always do. Bunt attempt. As it's Rafael Ortega leading it off. Ortega, Perez, and Pennington top of the 5th inning. The Angels got 2 in the 4th. Ortega hit a ground ball to second in his first at bat. Almost hit him. Easy, Steven. Vogt wanted it inside, and Neal got it inside. .52 pitches so far for Zach Neal. A leadoff walk in the fourth to Trout sort of started the damage because Trout ended up scoring. He threw a stolen base in there. That was a big play. Strike 3 call, and then a strikeout number 4 for Zach Neal.
Well, slider inside and a good pitch by Zach, and get the hitter to buckle the knees a little bit and back off the plate.
Now batting, number 58.
If he thought he was going to break farther and closer to his back foot, but it kind of stayed on the inner half from inside corner.
So 1 away. Here's Carlos Perez. A sinker, but a little bit too low. Perez also grounded out to Joey Wendell. That was leading off the 3rd inning. That's a good pitch, huh?
Good sinker. Right? Comes back door.
Corner.
Yeah, it started outside. And anytime you get a hitter to freeze on a pitch that he thinks is outside, and then it comes back to the outside corner, you're not going to get a swing. And that pitch, pretty good pitch to hit the right field, but froze him and could not offer at it.
Stays out there.
Two-seamer coming back, slider away. So a great pitching sequence.
Defense straight away for Carlos Perez. And he got him. Stayed away, and Perez chased it. Back-to-back strikeouts
It
for Neal.
could have been very simply, Cap, as you mentioned, with that good sinker back door coming back, and then a couple of sliders away.
Now batting, number 7.
Perez maybe thinking, seeing those sliders, is he going to come back? Kept going away, and no chance to reach them.
So 2 outs. Here's Pennington. Neal trying to get a 3-up, 3-down inning. Rangers leading the Mariners early, 3-2 in the 3rd in Seattle. Perez and Clemens is the pitching matchup. A lot of runs early in that game, just like last night. Actually, that was a day game yesterday, but when it was all said and done, the Mariners beat the Rangers 14-6. Rangers lead is 8 games in the West. Pitch just a bit outside to Cliff Pennington, who hit a line drive to center field in the 3rd inning. Shallow center. Smolinski hustling in, dives, and he cannot quite get it. Davis kicks it, and Pennington goes to second. Smolinski with a great effort just could not quite come up with it.
Well, it was a great effort, and once it got there and then spun back as the momentum of Chris Davis and then took it forward, Pennington was going to stop at first. Chris Davis is going to get an error as tried to pick up the ball and then pushed it forward. Great effort, just could not get it. Probably the best thing for Smolinski, try to catch the ball side instead of going at it and maybe taking his falling on his wrist and seeing too many wrist injuries that way.
Calhoun takes low, so it is indeed an error, and I think that's the right call, because in watching Pennington, he was not going to second until he saw the misplay by Davis, and then he took off, and that's why the error was given to Chris Davis. Calhoun, a couple of ground outs. Simeon, first base, side retired. So the air does not hurt the A's, and we're headed to the bottom of the 5th. Davis to lead it off. CSN California is brought to you by Kelly Moore Paint, celebrating 70 years as your neighborhood paint store. So a lot of offense yesterday. More pitching tonight with the Angels leading 2-0, bottom of the 5th inning. The A's looking for their first hit. Ricky Nolasco has retired the first 12. Davis, Alonso, and Butler. And that one hit in the air, shallow left. Ortega hustling in. He'll get there. And he's got it. So that was that big curveball, maybe a slider that he kind of flips in there to try to get a strike. And Davis saw it, had a pretty good swing at it, but just got underneath.
And there are times that Chris Davis can hit that pitch, get under it, and drive it into the
Now
stands.
batting first baseman,
Got to
number 17, Yonder Alonso.
So here's Yonder Alonso with one out. First pitch strike.
Similar to the game the A's had against the Red Sox on Sunday. No hit into the 8th inning, but in that game it was scoreless. Tonight a little bit different. That Nolasco has a 2-0 lead.
Alonso grounded out to short in the 2nd inning. Yonder's been struggling. He's 8 for his last 56. He started out slow, and then he had a pretty long hot stretch. Got his average up to about 260. With a little bit of a funk recently. Doesn't hurt his defense. That's been Gold Glove caliber from day one. Nolasco just 51 pitches so far. He has 3 strikeouts. Shallow center. Trout is there, 2 away. Getting some balls off the end of the bat too.
Yeah, it's not good.
Nolasco.
Now batting designated.
How about this? Remember, he threw that shutout against the Cincinnati Reds in his last start. He has retired 26 consecutive batters. That's impressive.
So the last 12 in that start, and then 14 tonight. So 1 away from a perfect game.
He ended up giving up 4 hits in that last start. Not too shabby.
No, it's not.
Inside corner strike. Yeah. So Butler struck out in the second inning. Butler sitting on an 0 for 16 stretch. Andrelton Simmons with tons of range. He gets over there, actually gets over there easily, makes the catch, throws to first, side retired, and he is go hitless again. Every single night, and the home of the official post-game show of the team, Sunday to Sunday. The home of the authentic Raiders fan is CSN. Let's see, the Raiders open in New Orleans on Sunday. Silver and black.
Silver and black.
Commitment to excellence.
18th, the Raiders right here with the home opener. The 19th, the A's will be taking on the Houston Astros.
Be ready.
We will too.
We'll be ready. Trout, Pujols, Crone in the top of the 6th inning. Zach Neal has done a pretty good job tonight. Into foul territory goes Yonder Alonso. He's going to have room, and he makes the catch. Trout is retired. So that'll bring up Albert Pujols. Time now for the Bank of America alert, as we're keeping a close eye on that Rangers-Mariners game. The Rangers now lead 4-2. Third inning, so they're knocking the baseball around Safeco. Carlos Beltran with a couple of hits and an RBI. No surprise there. The Mariners kind of on the outside looking in now in that wild card. They've had a tough stretch, Seattle. Albert Pujols, 2 for 2. 2 singles and a run scored. Simeon throws, got it. Nice play by Marcus Simeon. So he went into that little slide, which, you know, I mean, it's not. There's a reason for it. I think it maybe helps you slow down a little bit.
Yeah, he might have had to do it just to catch that ball. Really picked up some speed. We talk about Chris Davis, Albert Pujols, top spin on the baseball, and Marcus, a very, very good play going to the backhand, and it's almost like he pumped up his pitcher for sure with that great play. Taking a base hit away from Albert. I'd rather have Pujols running versus Trout.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Marcus Semien, outstanding work going into that slide, popping up quickly, and got a lot on his throw, an accurate throw to Alonso.
One and one to C.J. Cron, who has struck out twice, both times swinging. That was a tough little hop too, right?
Yeah, it came up.
Yeah.
It made it look easy, and Albert Pujols robbed of a hit, but you have to tip your hat to Marcus Semien because he had to catch it first, and then at that point he was going to be able to throw out Pujols.
Tight slider by Neal. Sometimes a hitter just doesn't see a pitcher very well.
That's right.
And you get the feeling that maybe Cron with Neal. Loops that one. Right field. Valencia on the run, and a very good inning for Zach Neal. Time for the A's to get something going. Bottom of the sixth coming up, 2-0 Angels. Remember this? 1995, on this date, Cal Ripken Jr., the Baltimore Orioles, played in his 2,131st consecutive Major League game and surpassed Lou Gehrig's 56-year record. When the game became official in the middle of the fifth inning, Cal Ripken would then take a victory lap around Camden Yards. One of the most memorable moments really in baseball history. It was a 22-minute standing ovation from a sellout crowd. And Ripken hit a home run that night. See, his father was there, and the Orioles beat the Angels 4-2. So quite a night. That was 1995. And Ray, think about 1995. Shot, nice play by Pennington on the short hop, throws, and Semien is retired. So a hard hit ball, but a nice play by Cliff Pennington. But really, that was the year after the strike.
That's right.
And
that's right.
Fans were not real happy. So baseball kind of needed a feel-good thing to happen, and we really couldn't ask for much more than that.
That was the feel-good story. Cal Ripken Jr., and it's great to see his father, who, of course, you see Cal Jr. looking up and appreciating his father, and Billy, his brother. His family there, and I think Rafael Palmeiro pushed him out of the dugout and got him to go around and take a lap around Camden Yards. And I don't think there was anybody saying, let's hurry up and get it done. I mean, to honor somebody that broke a record that probably nobody thought could ever be broken, and I don't believe this one, 2,632. And the amazing thing, when he sat and didn't take the field, everybody like, what's going on? Why aren't you going out there? And then that's when he decided that was the end of it. And
well, that's right. He was going to decide.
Oh, absolutely. I remember talking to managers. Managers would say, I would never, ever be the one to take him out of a lineup.
Yeah, there's going to come a time you get to a certain amount of games where it's not your call anymore if you're the manager.
Yeah, about 1,000.
Yeah, that's right. John Axford loosening up for the A's.
Zach Neal has done a great job, and too bad that has 2 runs against him. And his club's still looking for the first hit. But you're right, okay, because Zach Neal, I don't know if he's finished or not with Axford getting loose. Pitch count's still pretty good for Zach Neal, but you know, when you lose a World Series and all negative things, there it is.
That's the first hit. Hard hit ball into center field. So Nolasco 5 1/3 where the A's get their first hit. So Healy's aboard, a 1-out single. So we'll see if the A's can tack a few together here.
Well, and talked about Butler being the 27th consecutive batter retired by Nolasco, going back to his last start.
Second baseman.
And then with 1 out in this inning, a fastball inside. Healy able to pull his hands in and hit the ball into center field.
Really was a pretty good pitch. It was in on the hand. You're right, he did. He pulled those hands in.
I think it says a lot about Ryan Healy and his ability to not only extend his arms but bring the hands in and hit the ball solidly.
Pennington, nice play, fires to second for 1, on to first, not in time, but a very nice play by Cliff Pennington to get the lead runner. He had a quick release, and so did Simmons.
Well, 2 hits left, and then watch the spin and the throw. I mean, he's got a very strong arm, and as we can only remember when he played shortstop for the A's, then moved over to second base when Stephen Drew joined the ball club. Simmons, quick release as well, and all Healy could do is go in to slide into second base, but Simmons, a very strong arm, quick release, trying to turn in a possible double play, and almost did. That's a very good speed of Joey Wendell getting down the line.
Quick throw to first. Wendell dives back. Well, Jake Smolinski, his third at bat.
That's a play that, again, you don't see a lot of catchers that are throwing to the bases.
Some quick signal, catcher to first baseman, or not always?
I don't even think there's a sign, to be honest, Kev. I think it's with that type of a play.
Speaking of plays, that is a very, very good one made by Caleb Coward on a ball that was right near the bag, called fair, and he throws out Smolinski. Brought to you by McDonald's on this date 20 years ago, 1996. Again at Camden Yards, Eddie Murray of the Orioles becomes the 15th player in Major League history to hit 500 home runs. 7th inning against the Detroit Tigers. Murray also joins Hank Aaron, Willie Mays as the only big leaguers to reach this milestone and also have at least 3,000 hits. So that was the very next year after Cal Ripken, his big moment. Rookie of the year in 1977. So Ray, you saw him when he first came up.
Also saw him as a switch hitter, and he did not start as a switch hitter. I think he started in Major League or professional baseball and became one of the best. I remember Pat Dobson would say to him, Yeah, they're going to face you left-handed. You didn't even hit left-handed. Now you're hitting better from the left side than right-handed. So I mean, he was an outstanding player and went to the Dodgers and but hey, Baltimore Oriole for many years. That '83 championship, he and Cal Ripken Jr. That's the only one that they won in Baltimore.
John Axford, the new pitcher, when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change, tune-up, and repair expert. So Axford is 59th appearance. He's 4-4 with a 4.64 ERA. Taking over for Zach Neal. He's trailing 2-0 here in the 7th.
That's a spot start for Zach Neal. He did another great job. As you see the numbers for the A's right-hander, just 2 runs and the 4 hits, the walk, actually everything coming in the 4th inning. Even up 1 hit in the first 3.
71 pitches and really only 1 bad inning. Every other inning he was terrific. 2-0 to Andrelton Simmons. And there's a strike.
I think what the scouts have to like about Zach Neal, this is his 6th start. He gets 9 ground ball outs tonight, but he had 11 twice. Remember that series against the Orioles when 3 consecutive pitchers, Graveman, Neal, and Detwiler, defeated the Orioles at 3 consecutive, about 35 combined ground ball outs.
3-1 now with Coward to follow. That one a strike. 95 in the outside corner. Axford, he's pretty consistent with his velocity. He's going to be 95, 96.
And you figure here comes another 95, 96 for the location outside corner.
Simmons kind of a protective swing, rolls it foul. Simmons had a double in the 4th. It was a double that knocked in a run. He hit it right over Alonso's head. Does it again, but this time it's foul.
It's almost like Cap that he is thinking he's going to get a breaking ball and swinging late, but we saw him with a double to right field on a fastball inside, stayed inside and hit it very well to right field, but he just waits, and maybe that's a good idea. Get a good on-base percentage, taking close pitches, especially if you get a breaking ball 3-2, which he's not going to get it. It's going to be another fastball.
And it was a high fastball, and he lines it into right field for a hit. Good at bat for Andrelton Simmons. He's 2 for 3. And the leadoff man's aboard.
Another 38th hit to right field. His 37th game in his last at bat with a double.
Coward.
See him lift the back foot. You don't see a lot of hitters do that. The hitters usually go back on the back foot, but he actually lifted his off the ground as he made contact.
So here is Caleb Coward. First pitch is a bit high. We're in the AL East. The Yankees beat the Blue Jays 7-6 tonight. Yankees scored 4 runs in the 8th inning to come back and win at home.
Kid Sanchez, the catcher, can throw and hit.
And hit. Yeah. Man. Special. Give the Yankees credit. They traded a couple of terrific relievers, obviously, but they're actually playing even better.
Yes, they are.
And they're, you know what? The Yankees are in it.
Does Brian McCann even catch anymore?
No, he's DHing. And you know what? That's not a bad spot.
That's right. Not the way Sanchez is throwing, for sure. Seen some highlights of him catching a breaking ball and throwing somebody out. Somebody laying the ball right on the bag.
The Orioles beat the Rays 11-2, a grand slam for Manny Machado. He got 34 home runs now. He knocked in 5 runs.
Well, that's at least 2 grand slams. He had one against the A's when Kendall Graveman gave up a whole bunch of home runs that Sunday afternoon.
Chris Davis hit his 35th home run. Adam Jones his 26th. So the Orioles are just 1 game back in the division.
Trumbo has 41.
Hit well to center, but Smolinski's got room. He waits, and he's got it. So that's the first out. Simmons tags. He's going to try for second. Ow.
Wow.
So Simmons will sneak attack. He tagged up. Smolinski went back a little bit. It was a very close play.
Dino Ebel with a phone call up to the clubhouse. They're going to check it. But what a strong throw by Smolinski and a tag. If he got him right there, he's out. And see if they're going to get another angle. Here is a better angle. And did he get him?
Ooh, that's close.
That is very close. Well, let's just hope that it's not definitive because, yeah.
I don't think it is definitive.
Yeah. No, I agree, and that's what I mean. When you get an out call, what a great play by both ends. Smolinski with a throw, and Wendell with the tag, and the call by the crew chief, Milwaukee, who actually was blocked by the slide, but made it anyway.
Hard hit ball by Ortega. Side retired. So 7th inning stretch time from the Coliseum. Angels 2, the A's 0.
A's Baseball on CSN California is brought to you by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places. And by Xfinity. X1 from Xfinity will change the way you experience TV.
So there's the Cal Band. Played a nice rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game in the break. It's Cal night as the A's honored the Olympians that went to University of California, and there was a bunch.
All right, it's Cal night. What was Stompard and 2 big heads doing back behind him?
Looking for a quality education.
Ricky Neck. That's a good one, Kai. Joining the party.
So the A's trailing 2-0. They need to get something going. Inside. Two on one to Vogt, who has hit a pair of fly balls to center field. He'll be followed by Valencia and Davis. And there's a shot toward right field. Calhoun to his right makes the catch. 1 out. So 1 out. So, you know those questions, those pictures, who doesn't belong here? So we'll let you answer that question. Ricky doing his best to MC Hammer.
What's Stomper doing?
That's a good question. First pitch to Valencia. Breaking ball, first strike. Valencia, soft line drive to the pitcher and a strikeout. Way inside. Astros beat the Indians 4-3 in Cleveland. Second win in a row for Houston over the Tribe. 3-run homer by Marwin Gonzalez. Astros beat Corey Kluber.
It's not easy to do it. 5-0 month of August. Kluber had. Excellent curveball pitcher.
The Astros have won 13 out of 17. They're right in the mix for the wild card. So the Indians lose and the Tigers lose. White Sox beat the Tigers 2-0. So the Indians maintain their 4.5 game lead in the Central. And Valencia went. Had a bad feeling that he was going to say that was a swing.
Follow Athletics Baseball live with the MLB.com at Bat app. Stay up to the moment, any moment with game day, live game video highlights, StatCast news, and more. Download MLB.com at Bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your phone and your tablet. They've got it going right there. That's the phone. Somebody's got a tablet. Oh, they got a lot of phones. See that guy in the back? He's eating. He said, "The heck with phones."
I don't need phones.
That's right. Have a hot dog, watch A's baseball. Got his sock cap on.
Chris Davis 0 for 2. A's have just one hit. Healy's 1-out single in the 6th inning. So Nolasco has been terrific so far. 4 strikeouts, no walks, and only 75 pitches. Ryan Dole starts to throw. In first strike, 2-1. Royals beat the Twins 10-3. Couple of home runs for Kendrys Morales. He's got 25. Brian Dozier, another home run, right? He's got 39 home runs. He's got 9 home runs in his last 8 games.
Like a home run derby for him.
It is. Just swinging away. And the Royals remain 4 back of the second wild card in the American League. So they have some work to do. They need a major hot streak. But there's still time for that. Davis hits one high and foul. And the Rangers and the Mariners are tied 4-4 now in the 5th. Breaking ball that hung inside. You can see Nolasco was not real happy with the location of that pitch. He hasn't missed with his location very much tonight. He did that time. He did it again. He wants that pitch outside.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to leave a breaking ball inside the way he's done it a couple of times to Davis. I think as time goes, and it's already started, that scouting reports on Chris Davis might be the one little check mark. Don't let him beat you, because he's so powerful, and he's just going to get better and better. Perez just throwing down fingers until Nolasco says okay.
And he stayed with the breaking ball, and it was down and away, and Davis strikes out. So a couple of strikeouts as part of a 3-up, 3-down inning. California, brought to you by Casino Matrix, Silicon Valley's best bet for gaming, food, and fun 24/7. Top of the 8th inning, Angels with a 2-0 lead. A's have been quiet offensively. And the Angels got their 2 runs in the 4th inning. We got a double by Simmons, sacrifice fly by Cowart, and that's it.
It might be the only one. It might be the only one.
That's the runs.
I saw Jet Bandy last night or yesterday afternoon catching for the Angels. Carlos Perez in tonight's game. Okay, we got a chance to see Yadier Molina over the weekend in St. Louis and saw brother Jose, who is now in the Angels organization as minor league roving catching instructor, and he's talking about his brother Yadier, who I think we were all impressed with watching him catch in St. Louis. Jose said that he was with him down in spring training last year, and he said Yadier Molina would get up at 4:30 in the morning, go to spring training out early, and start blocking balls in the dirt. And Albert Pujols said that when he was with the Cardinals, he would go in at 6:30, and Yadier Molina's coming in perspiring, having been in the batting cage already.
Wow.
So that was the dedication. There's Jose, who one of the brothers, Benji, Jose, and Yadier Molina, the 3 Molina brothers, all very good catchers. But I have to say Yadier, as Jose said, he's the best, and he wants to stay the best, and he works hard to make sure that happens. I'm sure that a lot of catchers in the Angels organization are learning a lot from Jose. Benji actually was with the Angels, and Irvin Santana took him under his wing early, and of course made him a tremendous pitcher, especially using his slider all the time.
Close pitch, and now 3-2. Drive right field. Valencia coming in. He got a good jump and he makes the catch. And Carlos Perez is retired.
But that's exactly what we've talked about, Kai. Play shallow, opposite field, and there's not many, especially with a couple of strikes, that are going to go over your head with an opposite field extra base hit. You can play shallow, take a hit away, and Valencia did it perfectly.
With 1 away, Pennington steps up. Pennington has lined out and singled. Big swing by Pennington. It was 2005 when the A's drafted Cliff Pennington in the 1st round. Texas A&M University. 21st player taken in that draft. He was in the big leagues by 2008.
One thing he'll always be remembered for, number 27 in the perfecta. Ground ball by Gabe Kapler to Cliff Pennington.
Very good job for the Athletics. With the A's through the 2012 season, and then 2013 on to Arizona. Last year the Diamondbacks traded him to the Blue Jays. Chris Davis moving over toward the line, and he reaches up and grabs it.
I take it back, Cap. He's known for catching the final out perfect game, but he's also known for pitching in postseason.
Yeah, how about that?
for the Blue Jays.
Now batting, number 56.
And thrown about 94. He can throw. He's got that strong arm that he.
Oh, he could definitely pitch. No question about that. I mean, that's.
You're looking for velocity.
Yep. He could get out there, and I'm not saying he could be a legitimate major league pitcher, but velocity-wise, Ike Davis was pretty good. Remember?
Oh yeah. He was a left-handed specialist. I mean, you know, he didn't really overpower you, but he knew how to pitch.
Cole Calhoun has grounded out 3 times, twice to short, once to second. So after a couple of hits last night, 0 for 3 tonight. No surprise, the Angels bullpen is quiet.
Well, Weaver pitched only 4 innings yesterday, so the bullpen had to pitch 5. But there's plenty of guys down there, as we saw when Nolasco was warming up. That was an amazing sight. Nobody sitting down in the Angels bullpen. They're all standing behind the pitcher's mound. Charles Nagy, the pitching coach, with Nolasco, but it looked like there are 100 guys standing and watching as Nolasco was warming up before the guys sat down in the bullpen, and they're all down there now.
And jammed, hits a fly ball toward Valencia. And Axford's going to have a 3-up, 3-down inning. So here comes Nolasco. He's been tough so far. Bottom of the 8th coming up.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
This game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. 2-5-0 for the Angels, 0-1-1 for the Athletics. Zach Neal went 6 innings. The story tonight is Ricky Nolasco. His last start, complete game shutout against the Reds. Tonight, just 1 hit through 7 innings. So he's not tired. Ricky, don't lose that number. It's the only one you have. Look at that. Deal. So the Angels have to be thrilled with that. 2-0 the count to Yonder Alonso, followed by Butler and Simeon. Low 3-0. No walks, 5 strikeouts.
Alonso got the big hit in the game that Nolasco started in Anaheim on the 4th. It was in the 10th inning and an RBI double to make the go-ahead run for the A's.
Alonso taken all the way, and the 3-0 pitch is not even close. So Nolasco's had terrific control the whole game.
2017 season ticket memberships are on sale right now. Whether you want to renew your membership or join the party, visit athletics.com/2017. You'll find all the benefits that A's membership has to offer, including early bird incentives, exclusive experiences, half-price parking, a flexible ticket exchange program, and more. You can even lock in your 2017 seating location. Visit athletics.com/2017 and join the party. Just like the big heads, we're down there behind the Cal Bears band. joining the party.
That one's a strike to Billy Butler. So Billy Butler, a strikeout and a ground out to short. Now action in the Angels bullpen as well as in the A's bullpen. Butler, a base hit left field. Got it through the left side of the diamond. So the A's have 2 on and nobody out. Nolasco's probably thinking, well, that's the ground ball I was looking for, but it found the hole.
Fortunately for Billy Butler, he did, and gets the A's first and second. It's going to be a pinch runner for Butler. That is Contra, was just called up today from Stockton. So nice job, Billy Butler, to
attention, please, ladies and gentlemen.
put a couple of runners on base.
For Billy Butler, number 30.
So Mike Bourne, the right-hander, starts to throw. First time there's been action in the A's bullpen. So Alonso at second, Alcantara at first, and here's Marcus Semien. First pitch is low. Semien has hit a fly ball to right field and a sharp ground ball to Cliff Pennington, who made a very nice play. Breaking ball again low. 2-0.
Great takes right there. That's a great take. Charles Nagy, new pitching coach for Mike Scioscia. Ron Renicky, the former Brewers manager, behind them. Coaching staff wondering. I'm surprised that bullpen got active very quickly for 2 runners on base by the A's.
Nolasco misses badly inside. Now it's 3-0. That's Ryan Healy. He'll be next.
You have to figure, going to have to throw a couple of strikes. Figure he's going to be taking 3-0. Because really the first 2 sliders plus the fastball, neither one has really come close to the plate.
And he walked him. So the bases are loaded.
August the 4th in Anaheim, one of 3 home runs hit by the A's against Nolasco. Fastball, belt high, inside, gone. And Ryan Healy got the first hit tonight off Nolasco. Actually broke up a perfect game. So the bases loaded, walk, single, walk. A guy who's impeccable control for 7 innings.
Also looks like he's aiming.
Yeah. And I think, too, give A's credit hitters, because Marcus Semien, actually Mike Scioscia's going his bullpen, I think. That might be it. 7 innings. Yep, there it goes.
So it's going to be Mike Morin. So Nolasco kind of lost it a little bit here in the 7th inning. Leaves with the bases loaded. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts.
sky. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No. It's superhero fireworks presented by AAA. These post-game fireworks will be set to some of the best music from superhero movies. Dress as your favorite characters and enjoy the show from the outfield grass as long as space is available. Enjoy A's game and then superhero fireworks right after. Seize your tickets at athletics.com/fireworks.
So Ricky Nolasco 7+. 91 pitches, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. So now he's going to sit and watch. The A's have loaded the bases with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Alonso at 3rd. Alcantara at 2nd. Simeon at 1st. So Mike Morin comes in to face Ryan Healy. First pitch. Foul back.
Coincidentally, it was Mike Morin who pitched the 10th inning against the A's in the August 4th game that Nolasco started and got the loss. Right now, trying to preserve a win for Nolasco, but bases loaded, and the A's just need to manufacture, do something. Bases loaded, nobody out.
I was just going to say, we've seen Morin enough, Ray.
Yep.
He's not a real hard thrower, and he loves his changeup. And he'll throw it again and again and again. And this was it.
That was it. And just watch the swing of Ryan Healy.
So 0-2 to Healy. Joey Wendell is in the on-deck circle. Was again. That one at 71 miles an hour. Morin 2-2 with a 4.59 ERA. He's a big guy, but not necessarily a hard thrower. Fastball at 91, slider 81, and there's that changeup. 72 miles an hour. That one is a little flip job, shallow right field. That's going to fall for a hit. 1 run scores. They're going to hold up Alcantara, and it's 2-1. Right off the end of the bat, Healy will take it.
And there's a changeup, guy. He did it again. And when you throw a changeup almost 45% of the time, and your fastball, your slider is non-existent, and there's a changeup, and you're right off the end of the bat. Just served it into right center field. And Ryan Healy, a shot up the middle off from Nolasco, and then drives in the first run of the game for the A's with this thing of beauty. 2 strikes to the opposite field. He'll take it.
So here's Joey Wendell, chance to be the hero. A's trailing 2-1, nobody out.
Alcantara from second base hesitated. That's why Ron Washington held him up, and now the infield comes in.
First pitch, changeup. May have slipped out of his hand a little bit. 1-0.
And for Joey Wendell, great job at second base tonight. And just sit back, and Darren Bush is giving him all the scouting reports on this young right-hander and his familiarity with the changeup.
That one may have swung at ball 4. Or not ball 4, ball 1, I should say. Ball 2.
First RBI of his major league career came yesterday off Jared Weaver with a line drive past the second baseman, and scoring Chris Davis. And nice job by Joey Wendell. I'd like to do it again right now. Gets the ball in the outfield. It might be 2 runs batted in and put the A's ahead. Alcantara with great speed. Any fly ball, outfielders throw well.
Base hit right field. 1 run scores. Here comes Simeon. The throw to the plate. Not in time, and the A's lead 3-2. Joey Wendell with a huge hit.
Talk about young man staying back on a changeup, and infield end makes it that much easier for Wendell to drive it through. fact, the ball was on the ground. Simeon, a great jump off second. Wendell stayed back, hammered it past the first baseman, C.J. Cron, and 2 runs batted in. What a great swing by Joey Wendell. That is outstanding to get it past Cron. It looked like he started to go for it, then did not. And a strong throwing arm by the right fielder Calhoun. Easily scoring is Alcantara. Round the back at third is Simeon. And the catcher really, Perez almost got himself caught with his foot in front of the plate before the ball got there, but no avail as the A's score 2, still nobody out.
Linsky swings and misses. So Joey Wendell with a big hit, and baseball can be a cruel game sometimes. Ricky Nolasco is now the pitcher of record. He cannot win. He can only lose it. He could get a no decision. He allowed the first 3 runners to reach in this inning, and they all scored.
And for 7 innings, he allowed 1 base runner. 7 innings, 1 hit.
Smolinski to bunt, and it's a good one. Throw to first, so Smolinski does his job. And he's looking for a couple of insurance runs.
Yeah, well, that was an outstanding bunt by Jake Smolinski. Had 1 swing, did nothing, so he laid down a perfect bunt. When you force the third baseman to make the play, runners at first and second, that is as good a bunt as you're ever going to see from a hitter. Charging was the third baseman. Current only play was to first. Smolinski did his job, and now he's trying to do an even better one, and it's going to be up to Danny Valencia.
So Vogt will get the free pass. So this inning has gone walk, single, sacrifice, walk. That's the run you got to pick up now.
Oh, yeah.
Because the next inning, Ray, the top of the 9th, Trout, Pujols, Cron, if anybody were to get on, Hamilton, Simmons. No runs and 1 hit through the first 7 innings. Such a crazy game sometimes.
I mean, there was talk. You start looking at Nolasco, a perfect game as he was pitching into the 6th inning with 1 out, and a 2-strike pitch on a good pitch to Ryan Healy. Hit the ball to center field.
So here's Valencia. 1 out, bases loaded. Good changeup. Valencia swung over top. Brett Oberholzer, left-hander, starts to throw.
Danny Valencia has done such a good job hitting the ball to the opposite field. If there's ever a time to think about that, it's now, especially with a change-up pitcher.
He zips a fastball in there on the inside corner. So what can you do? You're just probably not looking for that.
Now you see the catcher move inside. You had a pretty good idea it's going to be the fastball.
Pitch. Ooh, got one to hit. Not where Morin wanted it. A 90-mile-an-hour fastball on 0-2 that was right there.
Got a quick pitch and left it down the middle. Tried to go back inside with a fastball.
Trying to stay back. Maybe trying to stay back on a changeup.
Yeah, well, that's
a little late on a fastball, but that's all right.
With 2 strikes, you protect, especially against a changeup. If you try to go out and get the pitch, which he did in the first offering, you definitely don't want to do it with 2 strikes.
just a bit outside. Interesting, the middle infielders are back. Third baseman Coward's about halfway, and the first baseman Crone is in the edge of the grass.
It's really how the ball is hit. Basically, if it's hit second or short, it's not very hard. It's going to be tough to turn too. And Valencia runs well enough that he should be able to avoid a double play if it's hit any one of those two.
Slowly hit, coming home, and a nice play to get the out there. The Coward had to charge in and throw on the run, and the Angels are able to cut down that run at home.
Well, that's why you have to know how hard the ball is hit. And no chance to try a double play, and so Coward did the best thing, charge, make a good throw. Perez getting out of the way to make sure there's no interference there, but no play at first base either.
So now it's up to Chris Davis to with the insurance runs the A's are looking for. They've scored 3 to take the lead here in the bottom of the 8th. High changeup. Davis swung through it. Pujols will hit second in the 9th inning. There it is, 71 miles an hour.
Okay. Top of the batting order coming up. Mike Socha and the Angels have to be just hoping that Moore could get out of this inning, giving up just the 3. A's have the lead, but boy, opportunity to add more.
And he got it. Stayed right with that pitch. So Warren gives up some runs. Could have been worse. But all in all, pretty darn good for the Athletics. Joey Wendell and Ryan Healy, the rookies, come through big, and the A's now lead 3-2 as we head to the 9th. Area fan. Know it all with Sportsnet Central. It's brought to you by Hyundai, and you'll see it on CSN Bay Area tonight at 10:30. And Ioko's 49ers report. Steph Curry's in China, and all the highlights from the key Major League Baseball playoff chases. Kelly Johnson and Fareed will host. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change, tune-up, and repair expert. So the closer, Ryan Madsen, comes in. So he'll have to work for this one a little bit as he faces Mike Trout. First pitch curve is high. Trout Pujols and Cron. Trout against Madsen. 1 for 4 with a walk and a couple of strikeouts. Swing and a miss. What has Pujols done against Madsen? They probably faced each other quite a bit. 1 for 18, and CJ Cron 0 for 2. Let's hope that's all that Madsen faces. Staying with that changeup, 83 miles an hour.
Well, back-to-back changeups, and why not do it again? Just keep it. Well, down and in. Trout likes the ball down there, but if it's a changeup and he's out far out in front, it's a great pitch.
The only thing that's, I mean, there's so many things that are scary with Trout, but if he sees the same pitch 2 or 3 times, you still got to go with your best if you're the pitcher. Brett Eibner is in left field. Two and 2 to Trout. Very close. 3 and 2. He went with a fastball.
It's got a bit hit and miss tonight with the location. Sometimes called a strike. This time not called a strike. Just a little bit low.
Three-two pitch chopped over the mound. Simeon has it behind the bag at second. He throws quickly to first in time. 1 out.
Well, that's a great play, and it just looks so simple. But Marcus Simeon, with his strong arm, ranging far to his left, speed of Mike Trout. He knows he has to hurry, but watch this strong throw right over the top, perfectly
Number 5,
to Alonso.
Albert
Got the high hop
Pujols.
and then spun the ball in his hand, get the force-him grip, and that's what the infielders do. They can spin the ball as they catch it to make sure the seams, it's four-seam, and don't throw a sinker, throw a good, sharp, straight pitch across the diamond. Like a pitcher throwing a four-seam, infielders always want to do that.
First pitch to Pujols is a good one, right on the outside corner.
Looks like the same height as the one to Trout, didn't it? I don't think Albert liked it.
Couple of base hits for Pujols and a run scored tonight. And now it's 0-2. That one Albert did like.
But it was enough off-speed curveball that he was able to get Albert out on the front foot enough anyway, and the ball breaking away from him.
So 0-2 to Pujols with Cron waiting. And he got him swinging. Good downward action on that pitch, and Pujols strikes out. 2 outs here in the 9th inning.
A great sinker. Down and in.
Now
Perfectly
batting,
thrown.
Number 24, C.J. Cron.
And that's an outstanding pitch by Ryan Matthews. Saw Zach Neal do it earlier with a good sinker down and in. And this also outstanding.
First pitch to Cron, a little bit low. So the A's trailed 2-0 going to the bottom of the 8th inning, and they scored 3 times. And the youngsters, Healy and Joey Wendell, with the big hits. 2-0 now to Cron. Hamilton Simmons is the on-deck hitter. Cron is 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to right field. He's got 15 home runs on the year. Good changeup, 83 miles an hour, and it's 2-1.
Talk about the changeup of Mike Moore, and then none better than Ryan Madsen. You can see the grip and a great pitch down and in, just floating in to the right-hander.
So how about that pitch on 2-0 with a 3-2 lead in the 9th inning, and nobody else. Guys trying to tie the game.
That's right.
And we came back with just about the same pitch, and now it's 2-2. Holt sets up inside, and he got him swinging, and that's the ball game. So a nice job by Ryan Madson, and the A's come back with 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning, and they defeat the Angels and give John Axford the win and give Madson the save. So the A's bounce back after a tough loss yesterday, and they win game 2 of the series. 2 hours and 13 minutes was time of game. It was played in front of 12,298 people. Final score, the Athletics 3, the Angels 2. That's a final. You've been watching A's Baseball on CSN California, part of the NBC Sports Group. Don't go away. A's Post Game Live with Brody Brazil and Bim Roberts starts right now.